Listening to the Bench Points podcast. I gotta be quieter. Gotta have a little softer voice. Trying out our third microphone for me. And Zach sick over here. We're gonna do episode 20, ceilings of playoff teams. Zach, how are you feeling?
Well, I'm feeling like shit, but...
Guys, I got him on a sick day.
Did.
That's how committed he is. But he also...
You never know, I could throw up a flu game right now. You never know.
Zach, did you nap or did you watch ball?
There was no ball to watch. I wish I...
Zach, there's always tape to review. There's always tape to review.
I took 3 naps today. I can't lie.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's smart. I talked to a friend of the pod, Teskey, today, aka my roommate.
Yeah, you talked to me today? Good.
And I asked him, what's his favorite thing about March Madness? And he said, since that's coming up, end of February right now, next podcast will be out in March. What's your favorite part? And he answered, it's those 2 to 4 days where it's just a bunch of teams and he can switch to any game and it be such a close game.
It's like starting at 11, ending at 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Those are when you should be saving up your PTO days, my friend.
Yeah.
What are you doing taking a sick day? Well,
I remember I was in a weightlifting class and it was one of those days. I had my phone on this machine. I did a rep. That shit broke my phone.
in college or high school?
High school.
No way.
Oh yeah. And they were like, you shouldn't have your phone out. I'm like, sorry, Michigan State's about to get upset by Tennessee State.
So viewers, this is where the situation gets a little complex. Was your father your gym teacher?
Not in that class.
Okay. But he
But
probably found out pretty soon thereafter, huh?
I've known all those teachers since I was a kid. So
Ugh, that would have been good though if he said it and he knows he's got to fit the bill now.
it was like the one spot I shouldn't have put my phone. It was bad.
You have a reputation of that. You broke my phone sophomore year. Let's get to it, Zach. A lot of speculation on the.
You broke my thumb, dog. Keep going.
You want to go?
Yeah, you want to go? You broke my thumb.
I did break your thumb once before, yes.
I would rather break a phone than a fucking thumb, dog.
And did you have surgery for that?
Yeah. I had pins in my fucking thumb
Oh
for
my
months.
God. Guys, if you want to know how passionate we care about basketball, that was over a basketball game. So
Yeah.
I broke his thumb in a basketball game.
I haven't played basketball since. I'm just kidding.
He's never looked right since. His shot's been off the whole time. Um, East or West, Zach?
Yeah, so we're doing ceiling of all the teams first. I think the East is honestly more fun. So let's start with the West.
Okay, that's a curveball. We can start with the West. Do you want to start
Because
from?
I think the East is more up in the air. So
Should we just start with OKC? Or do we want to start with maybe like the 10 or something like that?
let's go. It's either 10 to 1 or 1 to 10. You pick.
Okay, I'm kind of feeling starting off with a banger with OKC.
Okay.
We've done this enough, guys, where we get into we start from the bottom. We got a lot of energy, start talking about the bottom, and then we kind of zoom through occasionally the more important things. So we need to talk about OKC. Current record still top of the West, 45-14. Just dominant, Zach. When I watched the primetime game of Cavs versus OKC, where they had Jalen Williams, the good one, Caruso, and AJ Mitchell. AJ Mitchell re-injured himself on something else here. To them, bring you know who, our 11th man that we talk about, Isaiah Joe, and bring him in. I watched Aaron Wiggins check into that game and realized the Cavs are outmatched here.
Still.
Once you see Aaron Wiggins, Jesus. Once you see Aaron Wiggins check in, I think he's so connected and knows what he needs to do and so balanced in his role. Sam Presti did this thing where he's able to build comfortability with a team by signing these players to good deals and then declining their team option beforehand. He could have had Jalen Williams, the tall one, at $3 million and then sign him later on. But not only do the
Hmm.
OKC Thunder have to make some money moves, they do it for a morale boost for players getting paid faster. They fit in the role. Isaiah Joe isn't worried about trying to prove himself. He already has the contract locked down for 2 more years after that. He knows what his role is. The Jared McCain thing's interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe not needed, but it's there.
It just he saw a move. He saw a Thunder pick that was going to be in the mid to late 20s, and he thought, "Hey, we don't need another first rounder on this team." Similar to AJ Mitchell in that J Williams conversation, extended him cheap deal. I'm sure some of these guys will leave and get paid eventually, but they're having fun there and they're under contract. What are they gonna do?
J Dub, Zach, is the biggest question mark. The biggest X factor, we'll get into it, in the West is probably having a complimentary piece like Aaron Gordon right next to Jokic, because I do think he's one of the better players to play off of him. But Jalen Williams, it was not easy for Shea to carry. It went to 2 Game 7 series last year. It wasn't easy for the whole time for Shea to carry. Jalen Williams came in and he was feared at many occasions, had some energizer plays against the Pacers in the finals. Jalen Williams, Caruso, they're getting some rest. Shea had one rest before he actually did get like injured or so. How important when you run maybe 100 game season, Zach? 82 plus you have to win 16 to win it all, let alone, so that's close to 100 with a couple preseason. You know, how important is to give your guys a rest because that is a marathon if you're going to contend for all of these years.
I mean, I think it is important. I think they have the camaraderie down because they're not really adding anyone huge that's new into this group. I'm still a little worried about this team, but for this exercise, the ceiling of this team is back-to-back NBA champions.
Oh my gosh, that is the ceiling, right?
Absolutely. There's what else would it be? That's the ceiling. The floor is probably second round loss.
OKC against
Mhm.
Spurs or Nuggets there on that second round loss.
Yeah, for them all. I think they all could. I mean, if it's Timberwolves Thunder, it'd be an upset if the
It could all be
Timberwolves won,
crazy,
but
but what I'm saying off that Cavs national televised game, and they won again the other night. Whoever they check in is likely better than your seventh guy, sixth guy. It is fearful for when I'm watching the Cavs there. I'm saying they're buying minutes, keeping it this close. They started on a 27-5 run. Isaiah
hmm
Joe had 5 threes, just started knocking them down and got right back in rhythm. He hit a dagger last night in Toronto,
yeah.
too. They took care of the Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors don't play very well against over 500 teams that often. Zach, this team, if we're
Yeah.
questioning anyone, we're talking about a lot of contenders. And after a rough streak there in OKC terms, they're
Yeah.
100%
They're
high
obviously
ceiling
contenders
of
and
back to
their
back.
defense travels. Their
Oh,
defense
yeah.
travels, which is their main thing. That Cavs game, I'm not going to put too much on it. I know they had a lot of guys out, but that was third game in 4 days at noon. Kind of a tough spot to be in. But it's championship or bust for the Thunder. If they don't win it, they'll be disappointed, which I think they're the only team in the league that's like truly like that from my perspective. Sure, in their locker rooms they might be thinking championship or bust from some of these other teams,
Oh, yeah.
but from my opinion, it's championship or bust for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Okay. I couldn't agree with you more. Obviously, favorites. If we look on every single website, I imagine they're the favorites. Let's move to their arch nemesis then.
Sure.
Clearly, the only team that we can guarantee has their number, other than Denver Nuggets and OKC having a fighting. I mean, Denver Nuggets and Timberwolves having a fighting chance against them. That's all I see.
Yeah,
Any East team. I mean, we probably said it about the Pacers last year too. But the San
sure.
Antonio Spurs, the hottest team in the league right now, off 9. The Cavs were the hottest team before they feast the Oklahoma City Thunder. But this rivalry's done for this year unless we see them in the playoffs. Zach, the Spurs,
The Spurs, I've bounced big time. And you mentioned Aaron Gordon on biggest X factor. I think a biggest X factor could be Wemby. Can he stay
ooh,
healthy? Can this team stay um, together, healthy, and with each other for the playoffs. I had this one was tough for me because I'm gonna bounce ahead really quick. For the Nuggets, I wrote finals champions is their ceiling, absolute ceiling. They could win the finals, in my opinion. They've been 500 for 35 games, but I still think that with Jokic and surrounding guys. But for the Spurs, I wrote finals champion.
You have it there.
I don't think they'll win it, but there's a world where they do win it. That's their absolute ceiling in my head. I
Well,
mean,
Zach,
this
there's a
team,
lot of alternative universes, but do you truly believe, a big thing that we mention here is the playoff and experience.
for sure. And I think if they can get out of the West, like I would pick them above I'd pick them above the Pistons.
After
I would.
2 nights ago.
I would.
Yeah, absolutely. The reason I did a little something for us here today. We talk about playoff and experience, and the Spurs players, the better players, yes, don't have a whole lot of playoff experience versus other scenarios. Zach, I did the total playoff games of all top six teams in the West right now. You ready? I
Hmm.
looked at every single player, totaled it up. The number one team with the most playoffs is, take a guess.
The Lakers.
Okay, yeah, that was correct. At 667 games total, that is their
LeBron's
playoff
like
experience.
150 of them.
Zach, LeBron is 296.
Yeah.
That is the all-time record for playoff games.
I should have said I was gonna say 200. Why did I say 100?
296. Now, I will say some of the most impressive playoff games for an age right now is 100% Jalen Brown. His amount of games that he's played for the Celtics already, and Tatum and stuff like that. Marcus Smart was already 108 games. He hasn't been back to the
Hmm.
playoffs since he left Boston.
Yeah.
Second place is actually the
The
wait.
Nuggets.
It is not. It's actually the Rockets at
Oh,
595.
KD.
KD. There's some other players on there. Steven Adams out for the year. Fred VanVleet out for the year.
Hmm.
Third is the Denver Nuggets 541. There are some championship players still on that team. Now, I still haven't mentioned and definitely deserve this title. Right below there is the Timberwolves, 480, but I haven't mentioned that one team that we're talking about. The Oklahoma City Thunder, 397.
How many of those were in the last year? Just stack those guys on.
Well,
So
Zach,
who so far has the most?
there's 14 returning players of the current 18 Oklahoma City players. Now,
They played what, like 20 playoff games last year? Not even.
now, they played, I want to say 27.
Sure.
Um,
So that's
There are
200 right
some
there.
there are some two-way players that don't get to play because they're not playoff eligible. So there's that, and Topic and wasn't available to play all year as well. But in last place, it is the San Antonio Spurs, 296, and I'm including a guy who doesn't play on a 10-day, Mason Plumlee, Bismack Biyombo, Kelly Olynyk. Obviously, their
Those
only
are
champion is Harrison
that's the
Barnes.
majority. Barnes is really the only guy.
Barnes is the only guy. Keldon Johnson has never played. And yes, Zach, De'Aaron Fox has only played 7 games
I was
in
gonna
the
say one
playoffs.
series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the inexperience is there, but Wemby's just a crazy X factor that I think can carry them. If they peak, I could see them in, let's say they are in the Western Conference Finals against the Thunder. Thunder will be favored. I wouldn't think it's crazy. Wouldn't think it's crazy.
How crazy is it to think that they could potentially catch the 1 seed?
I don't think that's too crazy at all either.
Now,
They're
Zach, if
losing
you have
currently
this
to the
high
Rap.
confidence in this team, and it's definitely one of my favorite teams to watch, and I will be like rooting for them unless, it so happens to be against the Warriors. Um, this team, if they get the number 1 seed, which standings right now, games are being played. We're recording this at about 8 p.m. Um,
Which
the Thunder
the
Thunder
Pistons are
are
going to
up
beat the
three
Thunder.
games right now. Thunder are up
Pistons
three
are going to beat
games.
the Thunder tonight. So
The Pistons are
we're
going to beat the Thunder.
they're up by like 16 in the third,
Okay.
with a bunch of guys out, and the Spurs are they're down right now, but they're not. down by more than 10, so get a chance.
Gosh, if they get that, Zach, with the talent they have, I have to say, and I guess we're doing ceilings. Ceilings, it's Western Conference Finals. Where it might actually
Ah,
happen, this might be a second round team.
for sure. I mean, we're not doing floor two, but you think the max is Spurs, Timberwolves, Western
I'm
Finals?
not
You
doing
can't
floor.
see this.
Floor for all the playoff teams we're mentioning is clearly dying the play in or losing the first round. I'm just saying where I think it's going to end up, but the ceiling, it's not the finals and it's not a champion right now. I don't
You
think they
don't
have
think they can
enough.
make the finals?
I would be surprised, very, very, very
Yeah,
surprised with what I predict for their ceiling.
but there's a 3% chance.
Okay, what are we talking about?
I'm just saying, just saying. I think you might be shocked with them.
Yeah, there's a 3% chance that there's a 1% chance that Milwaukee keeps winning some games to make it to the 10th seed, and then they make it to the finals and win it all
That's like a 0.3% chance, dog.
Shea like had a skydiving accident or something. I don't know. Like,
If it's the Spurs versus Timberwolves, you'd pick the Timberwolves in the series?
yeah,
Okay.
you would too.
I would cheer for the Wolves. I don't know if I'd pick them.
Okay, fair. Yeah, they might like that, but yes, 100%. 7 game series. Oh yeah, give me the Timberwolves experience. Their build off of it, and I'm not saying the Spurs are getting lucky. They're in sync. They're playing well. I'll give you their last schedule. This win streak is coming off some impressive wins against the Pistons, maybe the Suns, Lakers. They beat the Magic. They beat the Thunder. They beat the Rockets. And their upcoming schedule is not easy. Zach is not easy. Tonight, while we're speaking, they're facing the Raptors. They are down by 13 now. They face the Knicks another time. Sixers isn't necessarily a rest night. Then they face the Pistons again. Clippers, Rockets, Celtics, Nuggets, Hornets, Spurs. I mean, not Spurs, Clippers. Suns, if they're back and better already. They got a couple tank teams in the mix, but then they go right against the Clippers, Nuggets, Sixers, Nuggets, and your
Yeah.
Blazers. If the Blazers are trying to get somewhere, the very last second, that team is a little bit wild. To end the season on the Nuggets, too, unless seeds are secure, they have a tough schedule.
Yeah. I'm not saying that they're a lock for anything and they could easily fall off because of playoff experience, but I think they're a team with higher upside than um everyone but the Nuggets, maybe the Timberwolves.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm glad we're spending a lot of time on the good teams here, man. Let's move on to the Rockets. I'm going to just
The
come out.
Rockets.
Yeah, that's the third seed.
Okay.
The Rockets are the third seed. If we're
Okay.
talking ceilings, I'm just going to come out and say it. This is a second round team. They're going to pull off the opposite of what they did to the Warriors last year. They're going to win maybe the 7 games in the first round, and then they're just going to get a gentleman sweep in the second round, and they're gone.
Yeah, I said win 3 games in the second round.
That's a lot. That is a game 7.
That's my ceiling for them.
All right, that's a very specific one, but I like it.
That's what I did with a lot of these.
I don't.
Well, and
I
that
don't.
one's that's a cop out, just round three, round two loss.
Yeah, I mean, it is a cop out, but I guess let me explain it more. The Rockets get lucky. They hit big time shots. They
Yeah.
get some boards. They continue, as we mentioned on this podcast, to continually shock me with their rankings on offense and defense and the overall standings. But with this blow to Adams, after I saw that, and having to depend on Clint Capella, Josh Okogie, this team is going to get dragged by KD for a couple. Amen's going to probably have some coming to God playoff game where he's going to get 6 seal. What did you call it? Stocks?
Stocks,
He's going to
just
have
blocks.
10. So that's total, right? Yeah, he's going to have a 10 stock game. And
It's a
it's
lot.
just going to be a marvel because he held Christian Braun to 5 points and Jamal Murray to 17.
Sure. I mean,
That's just how it's going to play out.
even with KD, this team's crunch numbers are brutal. Um, and it passes the eye test. If you watch the end of these games with them, they don't know really what they're doing. Um, Katie Burner might have a little factor. I'm not saying that it does, but just throwing that out there just
He's
because it's
always
so
aggregating. He's always aggregating.
so funny. It's just get off my Dickerson.
I
Um,
had someone text me about that today, by the way.
what'd they say?
It's the first person that agreed with me
That
on him having a proper answer of him not wanting to get into it more because once you answer that question once, you got to keep addressing other times.
you know how he could have answered the question
Yeah,
shorter if it
I
wasn't his
think we all
account.
heard it.
He could have just answered, "That's not my account," and
Maybe
then
he
that
doesn't
question,
like lying.
he doesn't want to lie because he knows it's him.
Oh my gosh. Okay, can we talk about the dark horses here then?
Sure.
Because that's clearly the pairing, a deep rivalry, the Nuggets versus Timberwolves. Who's better? Who do you have the higher ceiling, Zach?
Between the Wolves and the Nuggets,
Yeah.
who has a higher ceiling? I would say the Nuggets.
You mentioned that they're NBA champions as their ceiling. If they somehow play the right way against the Oklahoma City, if they ever meet, they can
They pushed them
potentially
last year.
they can potentially take on anyone who they see in the East.
They pushed them last year. This Jokic and Murray two man game is just as good as it's been. Um, they need Gordon back. They need some guys to come back, but I have them as NBA champions as my ceiling, and I have the Wolves as NBA champions slash Western Conference loss because I think if the Wolves make it, they're gonna win it all. But if they don't, like they've been in the Western Conference the last 2 years. It's a hard hump to get over. So
That might be the ceiling, man.
it might
Again,
be.
because I
I
just
think they
like
could
some talented other teams. Because right now it's the shining moment of some others.
for sure. And I just think that the Nuggets have been there, done that. I know the Wolves have had the Nuggets number a bit, but
Zach,
both
they
sides
not
might
only
think
have they
they
been there, they've done that. Let me recap their 2023 championship run. By the way, you want to know how many playoff games they lost? You have to win 16.
seven.
They lost four.
Oof.
Zach, they faced the Timberwolves, beat them 4-1. Faced the Suns, beat them 4-2. Swept the Lakers in the conference finals and beat the 8th seed Miami Heat, which we all saw coming, which could be another moment, as I just mentioned. They beat them 4-1. Honestly, if the Nuggets get past the West, it might be cookies for whatever thing is lying in the East, man. I don't care if it's the Detroit Pistons.
Sure. I think Jokic just mega big brain. This controls the game, man.
Dude, I mean, clearly the best player in the world. God dang, that playoff run was good. What the heck, Zach? Freaking four losses? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Timberwolves, this is if the Timberwolves make, let's say, the conference finals four times in a row and lose all four times in the conference finals, is it like the Bills thing? Because
I was
the
just gonna
Super
say that.
Bowl, the Super Bowl is one game, like a whole final series. If you make it four
It's
times in a row, that's like a lot.
it's like you respect them, but you're like, but we know you can't do it.
Yeah, so like this third one's like they make it there again and they maybe lose.
Yeah.
Like we're approaching that, Zach.
Well, we're approaching like some deadlines here with Rudy and company.
Yep.
Like
Hey man, if he gets that fourth one, he's got to get paid, or fifth
you
one or whatever.
you don't have a long runway here. You don't have 5 years.
No,
You
no,
barely have maybe three.
and they've taken maybe a step back from what we saw last year. No
Yeah, I like the AO signing though. Really helps
trade.
the bench big time. But that's why I said NBA champion slash Western Conference Finals loss. Like that's the only team that I have a slash in. The other ones I'm
Nah, right now their ceiling right now is that what was that in the 90s? The 90s Bills team. That's their ceiling right now. They're
okay.
reaching the Western Conference again, and they will not be getting there whoever they face, unless it's those San Antonio Spurs I mentioned.
Injuries happen too. You never know.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, um, can we go to the obvious person who shouldn't? It's like the obvious person in the room that should not be there. It's for
Yeah,
some reason the people
prove
that
it.
stay there. The Los Angeles Lakers. 23rd on defense. They're still in the top 10 for offense at 10. They're still riding that one. Zach, this team does not belong there. I don't know if you caught the Magic game last night.
I did.
Um,
Kind of. It ended late.
it did, but well, that's the Tuesday coast to coast
There
on
was a
Peacock, my
different
friend.
game I'd rather watch if you wouldn't
Oh,
didn't
the
know.
Blazers Timberwolves?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I guess that wasn't on. Sorry. Luca fumbled it there. LeBron had to take the last shot. LeBron can't really complain or yell at Luca for sometimes really being a bad pass or last second if he still gets the chance to shoot because then he does miss it. But you
yeah.
can't put it past him.
Boy was pissed in the presser for sure. Um,
Zach, I don't know how this team has not fallen in the play-in dust to have maybe the Phoenix Suns. I'm answering my own question. It's just not possible. This play-in, Zach, is looking worse and worse by the day. These teams, two of them have to make it. This play-in is gross.
yeah, for
Saying that about my own team.
yeah, I know.
Phoenix Suns juice is ran out. The shine has ran out. I know they had injuries, but without Delon Brooks, they're 3 of 7 in the last 10. All of these teams actually down below. 3 of 7 for the Suns, 4 of 6 for the Warriors, 5-5 Blazers, 5-5 Clippers, and 5-5 Lakers.
All right,
Not
For the Lakers, my ceiling is win 2 games in round two. Shock the world in round one somehow, beating 3 or 4
beat
seed
the
probably.
Rockets.
Beat the Rockets, lose the next series.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely possible.
This team defensively isn't it. Offensively they're better without LeBron, or like rating wise, they're better without LeBron on the court. Yeah, they don't got the juice. They got no juice.
I think the Lakers are guaranteed to find the rhythm one game. I'm not talking about the Luca game.
Yeah,
I'm not talking the Luca and then Austin Reeves buzzer
you're just
beater.
talking about everyone clicking.
I'm talking Jared Vanderbilt making the best passes you've seen, and for Maxi Kleber to just if he's in to hit a corner three or some shit like that. You know what I mean? That's the best team in sync that will guarantee. I don't. It will be
We're
LeBron's wisdom.
probably at home. Yeah,
Oh
we're
yeah,
set.
it will only be at home.
Yeah.
This team will not win games on the they have to win one if they're facing these Rockets the next day. I can definitely see that happen. Yeah, this is a the ceiling is a second round exit here.
Oh yeah.
I think it could be a sweep in the second round.
Oh yeah. Gentlemen's probably.
Okay. Well, you want to zoom through the Phoenix Suns? What do you have to say about them?
Suns, they're winning. They're really hurt with that Dillon Brooks injury. Booker's been out for a while too.
Lost to the Celtics last night with Ron Harper Jr. starting.
Yeah, they're just struggling in general. I wrote win 2 games round one.
I will say,
I think they're feisty though.
looking at their schedule, it's like there are some breaks in it. We're like, okay, cool. We're playing. Oh, nice. We're playing the Kings, Suns, Pelicans.
They're
We'll
the Suns. What do
we'll
you
come to the
what can you tell?
Hornets for a little. We'll host the Hornets, and then we'll go Milwaukee. We'll go Pacers. Like
Yeah.
they can enjoy themselves here a little bit. And they just got to stay 500 to get in this play-in tournament. Easily possible, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I don't have much to say about them. They're not the best team to watch. I think
Okay.
they're
Well,
feisty though. I think they're
I
feisty.
don't. I personally have a lot to say, but I don't want to say
They're
about these
feisty.
Warriors.
They're a feisty regular season team. I think when the playoffs come, they'll get clamped. That's what I think will happen.
Are they guaranteed to get out of the play-in?
No,
No.
I don't. I think there no one's guaranteed out of those bottom four.
Is their ceiling then just to make the playoffs?
No, their ceiling would be to win 2 playoff games.
Okay, well, I'll keep it simple, but I like that.
Maybe one. Maybe I should lower that to one.
Okay, well, let's finish out the rest of this quickly. Warriors. Don't technically really want to speak about them.
You'd rather talk about the Suns?
No, I wouldn't because I like to complain. This is an area where I complain, but how can I
All right, what's
complain
their
about
ceiling?
injury?
What's their ceiling?
Their ceiling is Um, 2 game win. I'll do a specific game. 2 game win in the first round. Have a
I
lucky home game and then kill some team on the road off of a hot night.
I agreed. I agreed. And then probably game three and maybe game five.
Wow. That's exactly it. Because,
Yeah.
like game five, they're facing elimination. Maybe they just want to have that little spark and then have a crushing home loss
Yeah.
later on where it all
Feels
ramps.
about right.
Wow. You're great, Zach, at that. You're really good
Yeah.
at that.
It feels right.
Um,
Maybe game four. Maybe
no,
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 no.
no. Keep with what you're
Three
doing.
five. 3-5.
You're reading him well. You can pick up on Draymond cycles.
Yep.
You can tell when he's motivated, when he's not fully into it. I mean, what can I say? This is one of his worst seasons ever. No Jimmy Butler would have made me a lot happier with Kristaps Porzingis in. I enjoy having coming off. I enjoy having a healthy Melton. I enjoy happy birthday Brandon Pojemski.
Poop dude.
I've been enjoying his play as of late. It's been some interesting shots. I like his bursts.
And hey, you got a big win tonight. Big win tonight.
They already won.
They're going to. It's the Grizzlies.
Very nice. Let's go. After DeJounte Murray having to debut against the Warriors.
Huge win for the program.
So,
Up by
this
30.
is, I really just want a playoff to just be in a playoff series. It's great to have Steph Curry in there. Owner can make a little bit more money so he can pay for an expensive roster next year.
That's fair.
Um, that's, that's all I really want.
Are you worried that your owner's going to buy the Padres?
I'm not. I think he's insanely committed. There's a lot of family members. One most recently left this season, the Warriors, but he's a lot of family members tied to this
Just left?
organization. Yeah, just left. He wanted to pursue something else.
Oh, fishy.
He did a whole open interview. I
I'm
listened to the
just
whole thing.
I'm kidding. Sounds like some malpractice or some this some
Steve Kerr's son is on the coaching team now. Like, I mean, Seth Curry's on this team for no
what's
reason.
Steve's son's name? All
Oh,
right.
Nicholas,
Blazers
go ahead. Lead this one up.
win one playoff game, probably game four.
Okay, I wrote 2 sentences and then I'll tell you the ceiling.
You no, you wrote this team's not a playoff team. They're losing in the first game of the play-in.
That's exactly what I wrote, basically. The first sentence, and I quote, guys, is this is not a playoff team, period.
Yeah, you just kept saying it at the game we went to.
What is up with Denny? Question mark. Denny's left.
Denny's
So why can't he sits out and then he joins these games and he leaves? He played 59 seconds his last game.
Denny.
How can he not
What
figure this out
game?
in
Not
warm-up?
against the Wolves.
The game we saw or the most recent one?
The most recent one.
Oh, he played.
No, he was out.
Okay.
But from the get-go, you said 59 seconds.
Yeah, that was the last game he played.
Uh,
That's what I meant.
he's trying to solve some world peace shit. This is bigger than basketball for Denny. He's on some next level, 3 steps ahead kind of stuff. I mean, they're not a great team, especially without Denny and Shaden Sharp. Their offense, tough watch.
It's
Granted,
it's
Jeremy Grant hit a deep three last night, so it made it cut the lead to three with as time expired, so it looked better than it was.
maybe it's just us, but I feel a little tension ever since that first game of the year with the Timberwolves and Wolves. I kind of
Well,
like
yeah,
it. I
because
think the Wolves enjoy going out there. It's kind of
they
always a
know
fun matchup.
they know this is a legit team, kind of.
Let's
Uh,
wrap this up. Let's do the
yeah,
Clippers, and then we're gonna move to the East.
win one playoff game. I'm excited to see them when they come back to Minnesota, probably
Their ceiling is getting a second playing game. That's what I got.
for the Blazers.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. Fuck it.
Um,
Play the Warriors in a grudge match. Let's fucking do it.
please, please bring
Money's
it,
fucking on, bitch.
dude.
Hopefully,
That is big money on the line if that happens,
Danny and
dude.
Shane play. You're cooked.
No, not at all. Oh, thank gosh you guys don't
Bunch of
have
old,
Brian Rupert anymore. I would have been scared.
bunch of old guys. There's a bunch of new young guys. I'll take the young guys any day.
I'll take the experience, guys. Don't make me break out the numbers of
I'll
playoff
take the
games.
guys not willing to shuffle their feet.
Really quick with the LA Clippers ending on this, then we'll take a break. What can this team actually get done with no Zubac? That's my biggest question.
For
Their
sure.
biggest question should be outlook for 2026. But this is if they make it and Garland's healthy, their ceiling is a 7 game series in the first round.
7 game. I said win 2 games.
I just, if
I don't like the
Kawhi's got it,
edges. Kawhi's unbelievable. Not trying to talk about Kawhi. He's great. Trade Zubac. The edges just aren't quite good enough. That's what comes down in the playoffs. I don't like their bench much. I don't like those guys 4 through 7, and that's the difference. Through 7. Is Garland there? 2 through 7?
Is there a high chance of them getting kicked out of the plan?
Uh, yeah, everyone does. All these teams have a good chance to not make it.
Oh gosh, it's rough. I'd rather see them in there over the Blazers. I'll tell you that.
You'd rather see them in the Blazers? I don't know about that.
Yeah, I would rather see Kawhi Leonard 100%.
All right, East saved it for last because I think it's more intriguing. Um,
Interesting.
Up first, the Detroit Pistons is the 1 seed.
N-
Tough. All these ones up top are very, very tough.
yep. Just be straight up with
I
it.
would go with NBA Finals something. I don't know. Is it a champ?
Is
I'm
it
gonna go champions
champion?
only because anything can happen.
I would 100% agree with you on this one. Do you need more to certify yourself as a contender if you do it for so long? It was a tough loss against the Spurs,
True.
but it was another great win against the people you actually have to probably face beforehand, the New York Knicks. You know,
Yeah.
we're standing here saying that about the Pistons, but, I swear to God, if the Detroit Pistons had someone like Sam Merrill on their team and they have Duncan Robinson and Kevin Herter instead, if they had some guy like Sam Merrill who also played a little bit of D, shit, I'd lock these guys in
Yeah.
100% for the East Finals at least. I'd like that shit 100% in.
Yeah. I mentioned a while ago that they feel like they might be missing that one shooter. So
It's like, what are they doing bringing in the wrong guy all the time? Do you know how hard it is to watch a terrible shooting team? Watching your Blazers,
yeah,
they're
I
a
know.
really bad team, right?
I
Oh,
know.
shooting team, sorry. Shooting team.
I'm more.
Do you know how hard it is for a guy like Cade who has to continually drive to the lane because he's amazing at it and loves to do it? Compound it at the rim, but
Hmm.
toss it off to Jalen Duren, but doesn't have the greatest advantages of passing it out the side with full confidence. It's the only thing holding this team back,
Yeah.
Zach, other than what's been said, another creator. That can be, people can bring up the ball up the court. Javante Green bring it up occasionally or something like that. There's possessions to be filled.
Sure.
They'll be fine. But, dude, they had a little bit someone else. I still think the ceiling's NBA champion because there is
Yeah.
100% a possibility of that. I would. I'm trying not to read in too much to what those Knicks games were and to what, that Spurs game was as well. To be shown
Sure.
out like that against the Cade probably played one of his worst games ever of the season. You
Fading
know,
them.
I just heard about that by the way too.
Yeah, I know. I think it's a finals loss. Um, I think this Tatum thing is kind of looming over a little bit, and he's practicing 5-on-5 scrimmage. I don't know. He might come back, might not. I assume he will, but
Yeah,
no other team is adding a guy this good that wasn't already hurt. Like obviously the Thunder are getting Shea back, but no team's had no one the whole year and adding this good of a player back. So
not even
they
close.
could be frisky.
Maybe you can compare Fred VanVleet if you believe in those rumors, but he's still not Jason Tatum. It's the best
I
buyout guy
I
to
didn't
bring
see
back.
those. Did not see those.
I mean, there's speculation. I mean,
Okay,
do we realize like how advanced this Tatum thing is and how crazy it is to think that he'd even be back? To get injured on something so significant in the playoffs, that's an out. To me, that's an out.
for sure.
How much is he weighing
Um,
the decision of, first of all, my respect for Daryl Peterson is pretty low. My respect for Jason Tatum is pretty high. A guy willing to give
yeah, I just think
potentially ruin, potentially set back something that is such a blossoming and great career thus far. Like he said, he
I
could be
think
in the Hall of Fame or have his jersey retired with any other franchise. If he did this with the Memphis Grizzlies, this would be a wrap already.
yeah, 100%. I just think where they are in the East, I think it makes more sense. If they were even the 4 seed, I think he might think it shut it down kind of situation. But if he's ready, he's ready. If he's practicing 5-on-5 scrimmages, if he gets weeks of that, he's gonna want to play weeks of that. And then, I mean, we forget that he didn't even fly on a plane. Everyone forgets that.
I don't think we're forgetting because everyone keeps talking about it.
I'm just joking. But I think it's a finals loss. I don't see them beating any of the teams that come out of the West, but I could see them upsetting the Pistons, Cavs, Knicks.
He's on some Aaron Rodgers type shit, man.
They'll just throw a perk in and he'll be all right.
Um, Jeez, it's just like it's a very hard opportunity to pass up if you're Jason Tatum. Hey, Jay, like you're actually like looking good and you're feeling good, and the doctors are basically clearing you in 2 weeks. Do you want to run it back to a team that right now is second and 20-10 on the road and 9-1 as we're speaking? That's a hard opportunity to pass by for a
It's
guy.
hard. It's hard because he's in his prime. I know he's not because of the injury, technically in his prime, but like it's another year in that gap. You don't get infinite, especially in the NBA. He doesn't have that many more.
And doesn't have to pain his body. Well, this is not to say he's not working hard during rehab because he did get to this point, but
Oh yeah,
like for you to rest,
hardwood.
then also get a rest potentially 70 games, and
And
then jump right into the playoffs where you get to just play for what really matters right away.
maybe can play a little more off ball, with how Jalen Brown's playing too. Like,
Yes, he's been focusing on rehab all year. The second part of this is contending for that championship and being a complementary player while finding your groove. In no way, unless it's a regular season game in which it does not matter, does Jason Tatum need to do more than he should.
I just think it's the East. The East will be give him a reason to come back. That alone.
Yeah, ceiling, I got him. I got him in the. I got him in the finals for a ceiling. I think they could. I think they're going to be in the
Sure,
conference finals. And I think they're going to lose there in game 6 or 7. But ceiling is in the finals. They will not win a championship.
sure. All right, you heard it here, folks.
I said it, man. New York Knicks here, Zach. Third seed at a record of 37-22. What are you seeing from them? 6-4 in the last 10.
For the Knicks, the New York. Um, I I have them as a finals lost, but I kind of want to downgrade it, but I don't even know. I think the Cavs. I group these two teams together. Can we
Okay.
group these together?
Yeah, like the Denver Timberwolves
I have
situation.
Yeah, so I have both shockingly the Cavs and the Knicks as NBA finals loss. Which means there's 4 teams in the East that I could see essentially losing. I mean, the Pistons could win it, I guess. And I should have another team. I almost want to bump the Cavs up because I think their ceiling's higher. This Knicks team, Jalen Brunson obviously runs the show, and they all kind of know their roles. They're getting better at it. But it's so hard to watch Cat, man. Anytime I watch the Knicks, I struggle watching Cat.
Dude, but then you get a little sprinkling of Jose Alvarado and it makes it all right, right?
He's so good. He's right. I didn't think he'd be this much of an impact sign or trade, but great trade. Basically gave up nothing. It's this Cat thing that I don't know what they're gonna do. Um, they might be better with Mitch at the 5,
Dude, they're
Cat
so much
off
better.
4.
Dude, there's nothing that gets you happier. Uh, 3 offensive rebounds in a row for Mitch Robinson, and then he used to be way worse at this. He used to, before Jaren Jackson had the fever, it was Mitchell Robinson getting all these fouls. Now he's using his body a lot and he's staying really close to the rim. But these Knicks, they'll take you out with Cat, and then Cat will look at the ground awkwardly at 7 feet tall or like roll his eyes or something like that. I mean, you're so right, Zach. You put the Pistons though. You put them as winning, and I imagine no one below the Cavs you have in the finals. I think you find this team a little bit. I think you find this conference a little bit more interesting because there's 4 people that you could just see fully in it.
for sure. And I think the Cavs might have the highest upside. I know James Harden is a whole thing, but Donovan Mitchell is having a great year.
Yeah,
Super sneaky.
we might have to
Um,
bump him up to the second team for me personally after we did that podcast. From
yeah,
what
I
I've
just think it could
seen,
be a fun team.
and I will say about the, we can move on to the, actually, let me say this about the Knicks. This is a finals team. It's high ceiling. Is this a win? Nah, this is a 5 or 6 loss. I think it lies in the West right now, other than the Pistons.
Sure. But that's hard to say too.
It's
Like
hard
it's
to
hard for
say.
me to like actually say that like it's the West or it's the Pistons.
It's
Like
a
you
very
get to the
tough
finals
call.
and shit happens. Pacers push it to 7.
That's exactly who we should bring up in this conversation. The shock of it being 7 games. The play. I mean, it wasn't shocking after what? Voodoo magic against the Bucks, Knicks, and what have you during those series.
Mm-hmm.
And then to have some moments like that in game 1 of the NBA Finals with the Pacers. Gosh, I love that series, Zach. That's all I hope when we're doing these ceilings. I hope I get as entertaining as a series as the Pacers and Thunder were last year because that was amazing. I don't want it to be a Nuggets Heat series where it's 4-1 and we knew the whole time, all right, let's get this through this and we'll just watch it. I would say
Sure.
that Nuggets series, other than it being good for Jokic, was very unsatisfying. Probably
Yeah,
most of the past 10 years. Guaranteed.
sure.
Okay, maybe the Celtics one a little bit. Or the Lakers one in the bubble. But the bubble was just different, so everything was a little bit more entertaining.
For real, for sure. Should we
Uh,
move on?
yeah, let's move on. Cavs ceiling. Finals loss.
Same. I want to say finals championship, just
That would
fuck
be
it.
cool on the 10-year anniversary of the 2016 championship.
It'll be insane.
I'll
But
delete
also, you get a shake of the dice if you're in the finals. You get your shake of the dice. See what happens. Harden would
top
probably choke, but
current players, top 3 players you would have liked to see a ring before they retire. James Harden on that list? Not a second ring or anything like that. A first ring. And you can count KD if you want.
you're putting me on the spot.
I
KD's
am.
above James Harden.
No, James Harden would definitely be
Chris
probably my
Paul. I
second.
know he's not on a team and he
Sadly
retired.
retired. He's sadly retired.
Ant.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
And
And
then I got Donovan Clingan probably for third.
write those down, tweet them, and save them for later, man. That's $1,000 take right there.
Dude, if the Trailblazers won, what would the Israel Prime Minister tweet about Denny this time?
Dude, what is up with you bringing that up? That's
Sorry, I just think it's funny. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Toronto
Cavs final
Raptors.
loss.
Toronto's Raptors, man.
I got them second round loss.
With us envisioning some other teams here, someone's going to take the L, and we just think the Toronto Raptors aren't playing good enough against the best teams, right?
That for sure. That has them beating potentially the Cavs or Knicks in the first round.
They might be the weirdest team in the NBA. I'll say that. They are
Yeah,
sixth in defense, though, and Scotty Barnes has given himself a little bit of a ticket. Surprisingly, only 16th in offense. But
man, their
I don't think
stocks.
their schemes are great, Zach. Um, Scotty Barnes is not someone who can run off offensively. He kind of gets his own when plays just end up
For
falling
sure.
apart, stuff like
Yeah,
that. Brandon
good in
Ingram
transition.
is solid for 20, but it's typically ISO. And then Mio quickly is better ISO player than he is creator at times, other than with his speed.
For sure.
I do like RJ Barrett. I'm not saying I know what is right for this team, but that's when I come to agreement. This is a second round 6 game loss. It's going to be close, and they will be putting up a fight. And I love this home ground and environment during the playoffs. Great fans with them. Wish them best.
Yeah.
Sixers, man.
Sixers are better than the Raptors in my opinion.
I would
Uh,
put the Sixers over a Raptors series,
especially
100%.
in ceiling wise. Um,
You're telling me
you
Joel
get
Embiid, this is the season after
you can
coming
get
and us thinking it was almost done, and like, how can they avoid this contract later on if he decides to retire? You're now telling me that for the first time he will now have a chance. I mean, yes, he's had chances, but you envision that they can make the conference finals.
That's what I have 'em. I said conference finals loss.
Wow.
I mean, I think you can get some games from Maxine and Embiid and steal some that way.
Can you get
VJ can
some
have a
games
game or two.
from can you get some games from Maxi? Uh yeah, I'm putting him sixth in MVP voting.
Yeah,
If I were to do a sixth one when I think with sometimes Wemby and Jalen Brown, I am putting Maxi as the biggest honorable mention lock in the league right now. I am blown away by this player. Honestly, high chance he's the third or fourth best player in the Eastern Conference. High chance. Right now, Cade, Jalen Brown. After that, it's Jalen Brunson, and then it's Maxi, man. Wow, am I
Maxine,
stunned by this player?
Donovan Mitchell's up there too. Um,
You're right. Oh fuck, it's close.
it's close for sure.
If we're making an East team, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Yeah, they just have high upside. Do I think Embiid will stay healthy for 15 playoff games? No, but they can make a little run. I don't think they will, but I think they're absolute peak of the power. They're clicking. They upset someone round one, upset someone round two. That's what's gonna have to happen.
Someone's gonna do it because I'm excited to see what VJ Edgecombe basketball looks like here, man. Playoff basketball.
Fun watch.
Ooh, this team is clicking. I'm very happy to see them thriving and comfortably, even though they're only one game, yeah, half a game actually, right now behind the Magic. You do not need. The only thing that good can come out of a playing game is Paul George finding more rhythm. You do not need to play
No,
Joel
let's
Embiid. You
not
do
touch
not
that.
want to play him on a playing game. You need to
Absolutely not.
solidify that. 5-5 in the last 10. Not great. Good win against the Timberwolves. Better on the road, too, right now, Zach. 15-15 at home, 17-11 away.
Yeah, sneaky.
Interesting. Uh, a team that's maybe finding something. I know that's not the segment, but the Orlando Magic, what I wrote down, Zach, is one of the biggest questions. Try some new things and see what's good and bad for the future. Now, I don't know if I'm running off the high off that Lakers win last night and that Powell 36 being the player of the night with what I
Yeah,
saw with
you
them
are, I
last night.
think.
Now I might have to throw that out the window. See what you can do to get that sixth seed because you need to make it worth it. You got a job to save. You got a couple jobs to save. You got something to prove here.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't pick them over anyone up top. So my ceiling would be, uh, I almost want to say first round loss, like it's a game seven first round.
That's a
Because
good
I'd be
one.
shocked if they pushed let's say they play the Celtics. That's who they play right now. I'd be shocked if they push it to seven. But I'm gonna actually do. They might win the series, so let's do round one win. That'd be my ceiling.
Oh, gosh. Why do I want to
That'd
steal
be
your
tough.
7 game
This
loss?
team cannot shoot. This team has some problems still, but it'd be a round two loss, probably a round one loss. I could majority of that's how this season goes is Magic losing the first
You have
round.
me such on the borderline there. I'm going to take your idea, actually. I'm going to go 7 game loss against the Celtics. Celtics are going to find the rhythm and they're going to close out that seventh game strong. I'm
I
asking for a favor here, Zach. Big favor.
Okay,
Can we skip talking about the play in Miami Heat and the play in Atlanta Hawks?
sure.
These are play in losses.
I
If Heat get lucky and they knock someone out, go ahead. They get 7. It's going to be going down just like that Cavs series last year.
Yeah, I said win two games was the round one for
Yeah,
both
man.
teams.
Yeah, and the Hawks, I do not care. It's time to switch some things up.
Sneaky in the Hawks though. They're a fun watch.
Dude, see, you're coming off a stupid Washington Wizards game.
No, I didn't watch that one. I'm just thinking bring CJ off the bench, some other guys. Like it's sneaky fun. It's sneaky. I watched the Blazers, dog.
I wish they were fun. I mean, I like the talent that I see on paper, but I wish they were fun, Zach.
Yeah, that's
Best
fair.
of luck to them next year because that's what I
That's
need to
fair.
see. You know, can we talk about maybe the biggest bandwagon ever of a team? That is
Yeah,
average. That is average. Kobe White
Charlotte
made his debut last night against the Chicago Bulls for the Charlotte Hornets now. What a fun thing to make a debut in Chicago.
against your old
Played all
team.
right. But Zach, this is the Charlotte Hornets sitting at the 10 seed, 28 and 31, where we're saying, oh man, there might be something there. Guys, their ceiling high is a gentleman's sweep in the first round.
No, I have him higher.
No, no, you can't tell me someone relying on Diabate as their starting center. They do, and Celtics are doing Keita, but Keita's a lot better, I'll tell you that right now.
I will say I had him one game higher. I had 2 wins.
Okay, wow. I
That's my max that I was gonna go.
it's tough. It's tough.
Probably the 3-5 situation, maybe 4-5.
This team, though, is fun to watch. This is not something that is built for the playoffs. They have a lot of work to do, but they are making progress in the right
Yeah,
direction.
and super young, so that they're trending in the right direction. If I was a Hornets fan, I'd be excited. I wouldn't trade Khan for the world, and we just keep going.
Their fourth best player is Miles Bridges.
Yeah,
The Cavs' fourth best player,
Jared Allen.
Jared Allen. Like this does not compete at all. Let's simmer it down. It's fun. 7-3, still winning games, Zach. Let's get them to 500, and then we can talk.
Sure, they'll get there.
That's all we have. We did 10 and 10 playoff ceilings for these alleged playoff teams. Honorable mention. Do we need to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks real quick?
No, they should be losing.
They are 7-3, Zach. Doc
I
Rivers is
know.
probably having a
They're
good time.
they're gonna get the 10th pick. They're gonna tweak themselves out.
So again, you are against or you're with the plan to, hey Giannis, let's sit you out. Let's keep you healthy. You're already not eligible for awards.
It's
What we're gonna do is we're now just gonna try and see if we can find ourselves in a top six potential for a pick here. Run it. Doesn't that sound more enticing for you to join a team like that next year?
it's tough. I think it's best for the Bucks organization to do that. I don't. They're not doing that. Um, they're playing everyone, which I get, and like if you sneak in and Giannis is on your team, you're probably better than the other playing teams. But
What's up? I think it's because I pressed this mute button right here.
no, it was me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Keep going. Sorry, keep going. Sorry.
So like they should tank theoretically. Like if you want Giannis to be better with the top 5 pick next year than the 12th overall pick. Um, but you also don't want to set that precedent for Giannis. So you're kind of in the middle. And I would, as a fan and probably as a GM, I'd prefer to lose because it just sets you up better. Um, but that's just not what's happening.
But with the fan perspective, again, I don't even think the fans are certain on what they want to do, and it's even more confusing to add on the Cam Thomas signing, Zach. But as a fan, you're telling me we can shoot for something a little bit here, maybe get him back healthy, and potentially witness him for the last time go all out for a playoff
Sure.
series. Do you know how delightful it is to have a playoff series with Giannis and just see him? He doesn't play a full round very often.
But if I if they sneak into the 8 seed and they get gentlemen swept, like it's
Was
almost
it
better to
worth
not.
it?
It's almost better to not watch that. And Cam Thomas was theoretically the perfect tank sign. And it just he's been too good.
He's been too good. Kevin
Yeah.
Porter has been too good as well.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I would have just maybe rationalized, hey, Giannis, we're seeing you. If the
I mean
Bucks
they're
could have made any sort of dumps, I would have done it right then and there, and I wouldn't have signed Cam Thomas.
they're tied with the Cavs right now without Mobley, Streese, Mitchell, or Harden. So I know Giannis is out, but the Cavs don't have 3 of their top 3 guys.
Yeah,
So
it's tough, Zach. I mean, it's tough to go from finishing the season last year to waiving Dame to signing Miles because you want to compete to now potentially having the conversation of, hey, Giannis, we're gonna tank now.
yeah, for sure. That Dame stretch is brutal. just brutal on your Bucks.
And it's kind of hard getting a tank right now as well with just how hard
They're not.
six teams are going.
Yeah, they're not there yet. They're
Yeah,
not,
you can
and
get
they
lucky though.
probably can't catch them down
And if they
there.
get lucky, they can't even have it.
Yeah, they need two teams to get lucky.
Yep, yep. Um, all right, well, we said it and we did it.
Yeah,
Ceilings of the team. I think you're sounding better as the podcast goes on.
I feel worse if I'm being so for real.
Oh my gosh. Well, we'll have to watch another game in person here soon, but appreciate
Yeah,
you, Zach.
Tesky want to go to the most expensive one,
For
the
real.
Rockets.
Here, quick game of the week while there's still games going on. I got something for y'all.
Boston Nuggets is going on right now. That's a good one.
I'll get to it, man. I've got a quick, easy ESPN gamer in Detroit. I don't. Detroit has
Yeah,
been getting all these national televised games. These Eastern Conference matchups have been amazing on national television. Zach, they're hosting the Cavs. That's a 6 p.m. Friday night. Let's go.
I'll do Sunday at noon. Spurs Knicks. Just two top teams. I wanted to do Saturday night Hornets Blazers just because that seems like a fun one.
Hey, man, we can have some fun. We do. We probably, if we ever look back at which ones we actually pick, you know, we probably picked a lot of top teams. It's good to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, that one. And also, I do want to throw this one out there just because March 1st, Celtics at home for the 76ers. I do know I claimed that Jason Tatum was coming back in 2 days, according to maybe our last podcast or two podcasts ago. I don't think it'll be in 2 days. Could be in four, though. Let's say Sunday night, potentially.
Yeah, Zach is mentioning when they're at Boston for Brooklyn. And by the way, do you 100% bring Tatum back during a home game?
Yeah, he wants. Yeah, yeah. No ifs, ands, or buts. At all. Like, that's not even a question.
And
Dog.
that's just mentally strategic, huh?
I think he said that, actually.
Oh, okay.
He's missed a whole year, and you come back at home, dog.
Why would you let another audience experience that, right?
No, he's gonna make his debut in Brooklyn. Get out of
Oh
here.
my God, Tatum's making his debut.
Tatum's
in
here
Milwaukee.
for a sold-out 5,000 people. Get out of here.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. This has been Bench Points Podcast. Peace.
Plus up, Blazers.